Hello, my name is Elite and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will explain the meaning, definition and the example of all phrasal verb of act. Act on. The definition of act on is to act decisively on the basis of information received or deduced. Now let me show the example of act on phrasal verb in sentences are: Anyway, why do men have to act on every idea that crosses their mind? Many regulators have begun to act on the consumer's behalf in this way. Do we want to have fun, to make noise, to act on our growing mistrust? It's normal to be attracted to other people, just don't act on it. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of act. Act out. The definition of act out is to go through the process of a scene from a play, a charade or a pointless exercise. Now let me show the example of act out phrasal verb in sentences are: Older children act out subjects like eating spaghetti or doing up shoelaces. Fantasy play activities in which children act out their fantasies. Because of this, many children will start to act out negatively. If your child has pleaded to attend a regular school, they may act out in rebellion. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of act. Act up. The definition of act up is to misbehave, to cause trouble. Now let me show the example of act up phrasal verb in sentences are: I also felt the demands of activists in ACT UP had become repetitive. Apparently, the horse knew the rider meant business, because it didn't act up again. When bullets whiz by and hit things, the speakers act up. Urged by his Circassian mother, the Sultan sought advice and counsel from Europe and endeavored to act up to it. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of act. Act up to. The definition of act up to is to equal in action, to fulfill in practice. Now let me show the example of act up to phrasal verb in sentences are: Wish you can benefit from our online sentence dictionary and make progress day by day. If you act up to your promise, we are going on cooperating with you. He to have high principles, but he does not always act up to them. I hope you'll act up to the good advice I've given you. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of act. Act upon. The definition of act upon is take action on the basis of information received or deduced. Now let me show the example of act upon phrasal verb in sentences are: I am but the magistrate of the Republic. I merely act upon the imagination of the nation. The program is meant to study, and act upon, the cultural environment as a whole. What, then, is the effect of the repealing act upon the case before us? But just remember, ideas are useless unless you act upon them. Please like, share, subscribe and support my channel. That's all for this video. See you in next video.